So good evening. My name is Reverend Ron Fox, Reverend Dr. Ron Fox, and I just want to share some things. You know, Bob Dean told us, think of this service tonight in some ways like the Academy Awards. You get a really quick time out in front of everybody to say thank you, but then you can come backstage and say some more. So, and you know how many presenters, or rather recipients, have notes, so I have some notes. So what I want to share with you is we hear so often that the people who volunteer get more out of it than the people that they're serving. And for me, that is so true. I thought so much today about the honor that I have had and the joy that I have had in stepping forth these last 20 years to serve. And I'd just like to give you a couple of examples. You know, I, right now, am a regional support coordinator for several states. And it's a fancy title, but what it means is I get to step forward and to be with my colleagues, with practitioners, with congregants in their best times and some of their most difficult times. I get to tell them, lean on my shoulder, I love you. I get to see the results of the work we do and how churches and centers benefit from my being willing to step forth. In fact, a week from tomorrow, I'll be at a center installing a new minister, and the pleasure I will get seeing the light in her eyes from coming to a new center and reminding me of the joy that I had when I was just a beginning minister. I've also written a great deal for Science of Mind magazine, and the pleasure of having somebody come to you and say, the article you wrote or the daily guide you wrote made such a difference in my life. Thank you so much. Or I keep your daily guides on my night table and I read them every day. For me, that is a joy that I can't even describe to you. I've also been the awards committee chair for United and the co-chair when we combined. And the part of that job that I absolutely loved, I got to make the calls telling people, you've won an award. And I got to hear ministers just yell with joy and give thanks for their recognition, or cry with joy and give thanks for the recognition that they received. And now I got to tell you, not all the times are great, and some things bring you back down to earth. And I think about a time when my wife and I were at a Sillamar having breakfast, and somebody came up to our table and said, hey, Reverend Ron, I'm the translator for a group of people here from South America, and they want to meet you. My head swelled so much. I remember saying to my wife, South America, oh my God, I'm getting famous writing in that magazine. And they even know me in South America. I went to the table, I spent 15 minutes with these people. And later on, a third party came and told me, when I left, they turned to the translator and told him how disappointed they were because they thought I was Matthew Fox, not Ron Fox. So you get brought back down to earth. But I do want to say how honored I feel receiving this and how humbled I feel. I can remember back when I was in school or when I was a new minister and I got touched by Reverend Dr. Linda McNamara or Reverend Dr. Phil Quirk or Reverend Dr. Martha Vieira, and I would look at them and think, wow, how terrific they are. And tonight, there are people that put me in that category, and that is so humbling. And my wish tonight is that in some way, big or small, there's somebody in the school of ministry or somebody beginning a ministry that's going to look and say, boy, that Ron Fox, someday I'd like to do what he did. And that would be the greatest legacy of all. Thank you very much.